Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's varsity girls soccer match between the Classical School Saints and your hometown Rose Hill Rockets. At this time, we need everyone to stand for the singing of our national anthem, brought to you by the Rose Hill Rocketeers. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight the Rose Hill Rockets girls soccer team would like to recognize a very special honorary teammate, Adeline Travis. Adeline is the daughter of Skylar Travis and Caitlin Feigl Travis, a 2007 graduate of Rose Hill High School. She is also the sweet cousin to our very own number 15, Keely Mellinger. In June of 2025, Adeline was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia and has been courageously undergoing treatment ever since. Her strength, bravery, and smile have inspired so many throughout our community. Tonight, our team is proud to honor Adeline as she joins the Rockets starting lineup. The girls have chosen tonight to play for A, carrying her strength and fighting spirit with them on the field. We invite everyone to support Adeline and her family during halftime. Golf balls will be available for purchase for our halftime field toss contest. If your ball lands in the center circle, you will win a prize. We'll also hold a Miracle Minute donation collection. Please consider giving anything you can to support Adeline and her family during this journey. Adeline, we are so honored to have you with us tonight. Rocket fans, please join us in giving Adeline a big Rose Hill welcome. And now tonight's starters. First for Classical. Sophomore number 3, Addie Duncan. Sophomore number 6, Emerson Dries. Sophomore number 8, Addie Lindmiller. Sophomore number 9, Audrey Winter. Freshman number 10, Lexi Sinclair. Junior number 11, Evie Zotterer. Freshman number 17, Blythe Bird. Freshman number 20, Bristol Barney. Senior number 24, Megan Wolf. Senior number 26, Layla Hernandez. And senior number 31, Johanna Terranez. Head coach for the Saints is Mr. Nathan Wilkie. His assistants are Trent Barney, Alyssa Doloff, and Justin Keenis. And now your starters for the Rockets. Junior, number 3, Blythe Hackney. Freshman number 6, Riley Croker. Freshman number 7, Brinley Liebel. Sophomore number 9, Avery Hodavy. Sophomore number 11, Briley Parker. Senior number 13, Kaya Kelly. Senior number 14, Aubrey Moore. Senior number 16, Claire Crosby. At goalie tonight for the Rockets, sophomore Nevaeh Salinas. Sophomore number 19, Katie Leck. And junior number 21, Brinley Fouts. Head coach of the Rockets, Mr. Shelby Kaba. His assistants are Jared Garver and Audrey Brumfield.
Welcome to Rocket Stadium for a windy Thursday night. Girls varsity soccer as the Rosehill Rockets will take on the Saints of Classical School of Wichita. Couple changes tonight for the Rockets that'll be notable for the lineup that they'll be dealing with the win tonight, but we'll let you know a little bit. Tonight is a special night honoring Adeline Travis, one of our Rockets that is battling leukemia. A couple ways that you can donate. If you are here at the stadium, there will be a golf ball toss at halftime. You can throw it into a ring and try to get a prize on the field. Second way, we will have a miracle minute later on. If you're watching, listening at home, and would like to participate, if you will contact Rosehill Primary School, tell them you would like to assist the Travis and family in some way, they would be happy to help you. Classical will be in the white and black uniforms, traveling from right to left. And the Rockets will be in the red shorts, but they're wearing their special pink jerseys tonight in honor of Adeline, and also the jerseys they've been wearing once or twice a year. JV team went 1-1 against Classical. The varsity team for Classical is 2 wins on the year. They are 2-7. And these Rockets have been riding a nice streak. They did lose to Eisenhower on Tuesday night, but they're looking to rebound tonight. On paper, the Rockets should have a pretty good chance at a good win tonight. But that's why we play the game. The Rockets are dealing with injuries right now. Kaya Kelly is in the lineup, but she does have that brace on her knee, and she's battling that knee injury from the collision she went through with a goalie from a couple weeks ago against, I believe, Mulvane. Also, our starting goalie, Ramey Croker, is out tonight, so Nevaeh Salinas is slipping over from midfield back to goalie because our backup goalie is also out tonight, Chloe Spain, dealing with a broken arm. So Rockets underway. Here we go in the first half. Lead on ahead. Rockets are very deep, so they should be fine with this. And it was probably reflected in JV that some of the JV players were playing, are going to be playing tonight a little bit more with the depletion in lineup with 3 key players that are gone, but they should be fine tonight. Katie Leck moves into a starting lineup into the midfield. She'll play alongside Kaya Kelly. So we'll see how we go. The front line of Claire Crosby, Kaya Kelly, and Avery Hodavy has been coming together nicely this year. And so we'll see if they can maintain that strategy as the game goes on. Busy night here in Rose Hill. If you're watching the game now in preparation to go to the high school, you know that Extravaganza is tonight starting at 7 o'clock, as all the bands from the various schools will be performing tonight in the gym. I saw that they were starting to get ready. It's just a busy weekend. Also tomorrow will be 8th grade promotion, Rose Hill Middle School. In case you did not get the notice about your 8th grader, it is open to family and friends to come and celebrate with them, and it'll be at 9 o'clock in the morning. Then tomorrow night, Rose Hill High School will be hosting league meet. So you want to come onto the stadium tomorrow night and celebrate. We're hosting league and celebrate all your good accomplishments for track and field this year. We do have the new pole vault is up and ready to go for league tomorrow, so we're excited about that. Come on and celebrate for a fun night of track and field for what has been a very well-performing program for several years now. And then, of course, Sunday, we will have commencement exercises at Rose Hill High School in the gym. We are not able to live stream or record Extravaganza tonight. It's in the gym, and we did not get that new sound system in yet this year. It'll be starting, the installation on that will actually start the week after school is out. So a new system, and that'll give us a little more opportunity to bring you some fun stuff in the gym and improve our basketball broadcasts. But we will be broadcasting the 8th grade promotion tomorrow morning, and we will be broadcasting graduation commencement exercises on Sunday. You probably can hear through the microphone, and there's Avery off to the races, trying to get over to her left foot, not in time. Claire trying to get to it, wisely came back to defend. Avery causing problems. Defense is not able to get through. Claire breaks through the line, tries to get it over to her midfielder, to Brindley Liebel. Blythe tried to force that ball in with her right foot. It was a nice kick, and the goalie deflected it over, so it's going to be a corner kick for the Rockets very quickly into the game here. We're at about the 3.5 minutes gone by. Postseason starts next week for soccer, and we should be hosting a game Monday night, I believe, by the brackets, regardless of what happens tonight, and I could be wrong. I believe we will be hosting Winfield here, 6 o'clock, and we have a goal. Corner kick to Kaya Kelly, deflects it in the goal, and the Rockets already have their lead of the night. Get ready for that cool scoring graphic, and there she blows. 1-0 Rockets. Corner kick to Kaya Kelly. I believe Avery Hotovy knocked that over to her, but I could be wrong.
Goal for the Rockets on the header out the corner kick, number 13, Kaya Kelly.
Nice play by the Rockets. They've had some effective corner kicks this year. Typically,
assist on the play goes to number 9, Avery Hotovy.
And we are confirmed it's Avery Hotovy. Well, it is now. Typically, a corner kick is kind of a cleanup on aisle 5 type of kick. You're kicking it into a big mess and hoping out of the mess you get a goal. But the Rockets have done a good job this year of actually getting headers and deflections into the goal. So, and off to the races again. Bit of shoving by Classical. Riley Kirker trying to force the ball in. It's going to set up a goal kick for Classical Saints in front of their own goal. As I was saying, a corner kick is usually a cleanup on aisle 5. You just kind of clean it up and hope you get something out of it. But the Rockets have done a very good job of converting the corner kicks on headers and deflections. So bodes well for the rest of the year if they can continue that. Goal kick, and the Rockets immediately take it. Kaya to Avery, and Avery right foots it in it. She bends it just to the left of the goal. And like I said, that front three has become much more comfortable with each other with their passing and communication. And it's been a joy to watch that progress throughout the year, so we'll see how that does. Still time to get here before halftime if you'd like to help support the Travis family in Adeline and are battling against leukemia. If you cannot get here tonight and you say you want to donate anyway, if you call the primary school, they will be able to set you up with a way to give to help Adeline Travis and her family's expenses as they're battling leukemia. Throw in for the Rockets at about the 20-yard line. Toss in ahead. Rockets are playing really good possession. Classical is much more physical down on the defensive end than some of the schools we have played so far here at Rocket Stadium. As a matter of fact, we've had several blowouts here, and we'll see if the Rockets can put together another winning formula tonight. Throw in for Classical at about the midfield. Kick across the field. Blythe Hackney leads on ahead to Avery. You're not going to catch Avery in a horse race. Avery is clipped from behind, but still right foots it in. And the defender is laying on the ground wondering what on earth she had to do to stop that. Well, you're going to have to find a way to outrace Avery,
Goal
and
for
that's
the
just not
Rockets,
going to
number
happen.
9, Avery Hotovy.
Avery was getting pushed and almost tripped from behind, and Avery Hotovy's faster than a toddler with a cracker when she's running. So that's the second goal for the Rockets tonight. Avery already with an assist and now with the goal. And the defender who was trying to knock Avery to the ground, she just kind of laid there and thought, what do I have to do to stop her? And you see some determination with the Rockets tonight. Licking their wounds after a Tuesday loss to Eisenhower, which is not a league game, but it's a good preparation game for postseason. Rockets up 2-0 at the 33-minute mark in the first half. The record and the statistics foreshadowed that this might be a rough game for Classical. But that's why they play the game. It'll be a throw-in for Classical on the far side. Saints with 2 wins on the year. Corner flags have been blown down on the on this left side of the football stadium. Player down for the Rockets, and she went down hard. No whistle. But she hit the ground hard. I'm going to pull the camera away to give her some privacy. But she was shoved. I don't know that it was illegal. It was just soccer playing. Two bodies collide, but she hit the ground hard. And James is immediately coming over. And I could not tell from here who it is. Just trying to go through the numbers that are still rallying around each other. I think there was a mixture of feet getting crossed up and a little bit of a shove. And again, I don't know that there would have been anything that I would have carded or called anything on. But we'd have to go back and replay that to find out. Coaches and trainers still attending. And again, I have the camera off to give privacy. These high schoolers don't need a camera on them while they're trying to figure out what to do. Kaya Kelly, I believe, had gone to the bench, and she's coming back into the game. Well, no, Kaya had not been on the bench. I think she went to go talk. Can't tell from here. Is that Riley Croker? Brinley Faust. Okay, so Brinley hit the ground hard, and anybody who's played for, with, or against Brinley knows she goes 110 miles an hour. So hate to see her on the ground hurting like that. So Brinley's going to go take a break. And we'll get the camera back on the action. Be a throw-in for Classical. And they toss it to Rosehill. And we're blessed at the school to have a great trainer in James, so he's going to take a look at Brindley and help her. Avery gets back. And that's Reagan McEwen throwing the ball in for Rose Hill to Blythe. Reagan's going to do it again. Gets it to Avery, and Avery clips it off her foot and was a little disgusted at herself with that play. But Avery to Blythe, back to Avery, to the middle, to Brindley Liebel. And Brindley was trying to get it up to Hudson. And I know some of the soccer players that we have are also in band, so I don't know if they're going to be trying to do both tonight. Run over to the gym after they've played for a little bit. We'll see. Avery moving the ball up, goes back to her left. Goes for a left foot shot. Just to the right of the goal. It'll be a goal kick for the Saints. Rockets up 2-0 with still 30 minutes left to go in the first half. And just a little bit ago, Brindley Fouts went down, hitting the ground pretty hard. And the Rockets already kind of missing a few players because of injury and trying to get them all better for postseason. Fortunately, they've, like we've said many times, they've got a pretty deep bench. And playing an opponent tonight whose record would indicate it's not the worst night. But we'll see. Blythe Hackney working her way in and out. Gets it up to Hudson. Claire Crosby has come to the near side. Avery is taking a break.
Only 30 minutes till halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to get your golf ball for the halftime fun. Bree Hodevy is standing on about the 35-yard line, waving her hand.
Blythe had a pretty good shot at the goal. Went wide right. And that may be Avery on the other side having switched with Claire. I'm just trying to see. Truth be told, pink jersey is not helpful for me to see numbers. So Katie Leck playing it back to Brindley Liebel. Going to reset onto their
now
defense.
Now playing for the Rockets, number 22, Reagan McEwen.
Brindley working it up, trying to get it up to Claire. Does not quite get ahead of the defender. Brindley gets her own rebound, is trying to get it up. Classical playing to the middle of the field. Rocket defenders moving up to get control. So Aubrey Moore on the far side recovering the ball. Again, Brinley Liebel in the middle of the field. Gets it up to Claire Crosby. Back to Brinley. Tried to lead a little bit further ahead. I think she and Claire maybe weren't on the same page on that one. Claire breaks up the pass. And also, I'll just say by observation, the defenders, classical, not necessarily illegally. I'm just saying they're more physical than I think what we've seen here at Rocket Stadium against similarly classed opponents. So we'll see how the Rockets adapt to that. I think the skill on the Rockets, the straight-up soccer skill, is excellent. We'll see how they handle the physical game, which we know they're going to have that as they go further and further into the postseason. So, again, not a bad thing to deal with when you're trying to get your team ready. Classical, trying to move the ball forward. Nevaeh Salinas, our goalie for tonight, because of injury to our two goalies, has not had a whole lot to do tonight. During warm-ups, she looked perfectly comfortable being back there, although clearly not her position of choice. She's typically in midfield. And the Saints are going to get a kick just outside of the box. So we'll have a chance to see how Nevaeh communicates. She's trying to tell her team where she wants them in relativity to where she wants to defend. So Classical down by 2 with 25 minutes left. They really need to score here. And the Wind's already moving the ball around. So we'll see what the strategy is here. Classical went for a straight-on shot. Nevaeh stopped it, but was not able to keep the ball from spinning out of her hands, and it went into the goal. And Classical gets themselves on the board 2-1, and her team is immediately going to her saying, don't think twice about it. It was a good stop by Nevaeh. She was in position, but keep in mind she has played very little goalie for the Rockets this year, and I think even that's only been in practice or in cleanup duty.
Number 26, Layla Hernandez.
It was a nice kick by the Saints. Nevaeh was in position, but the ball just had some little bit of spin to it and spun right out of Nevaeh's hands over her shoulder into the goal. Love how the Rockets immediately came to her and said, it's okay, we'll pick you up. So we'll see how they handle it here. And Avery's immediately going to work. Passes it over. Blythe was not quite up there. And again, there will be a little bit of a learning curve for the Rockets here. Pass on ahead. Nevaeh's got it. Sends it out to her defender. Rockets typically have not goal kicked or airmailed deep into the field. And that might be something to consider if the Saints are going to continue to put pressure on them, how Nevaeh will handle those situations. So far, so good. Claire Crosby. Brinley Liebel moving up, gets it to Claire out front. Claire's going to look for either a cross. Yeah, she maybe waited just a moment too long, and the defenders were able to get to it. And Claire knocks it out of bounds. Claire's calling for a sub. She's winded, which is fairly common in soccer. You call for a sub, let your coach know because you're no good on the field if you become winded. They've been doing a lot of running here, so we'll see how they do. Claire gets it to Kaya. Kaya crosses. Avery just out of her reach, can't get to it. Classical pushes it on ahead. out of bounds. And I believe that'll be Keeley coming in for Claire. Throw in for the Rockets. Briley Parker. Rockets again in the pink jerseys. And Brinley Fouts is back in the game, which is good to see. She went down pretty hard earlier. And they like having her back at defense because she's pretty fearless. No matter who the offense is for the other team. Throw in for Classical. Be out of bounds, a goal kick for the Rockets. And like I said, they all know what the plays are, but they do have a goalie in there that has not played in these game situations very often. And the Rockets usually play for possession and not deep kicks. So let's see what Nevaeh does here. Classical pushing up with their forwards, trying to put some pressure on the Rockets. Out to Brinley. And I think it got out of bounds just a hair before Briley could get to it. Throw in for Classical. And Classical really has not put that much pressure on the Rocket defense so far. But they do have the goal off a direct kick. Again, Nevaeh was in position. It just kind of spun out of her hands. Goal kick. And keeps it local. Lets the defenders play. Over to Aubrey. Rockets up 2-1 with almost halfway through the first half. The wind was an issue during the JV game. A lot of wind. And I believe they said it was a 1-1 game, and both goals were influenced by the wind. "20 minutes from now, there will be a chance for you to help us raise funds for Adeline in her battle against leukemia. You can purchase a golf ball from Bree Hodovy. And then we'll have a golf ball toss. You'll try to get it in a ring on the field. If you get it in a ring, you'll win a prize. We'll also have a miracle minute to raise family money for the Travis family. So come be a part of something special as we try to take care of one of our own. Keeley trying to race over to that ball and does not get to it. Up to Kaya to midfield. Kaya was looking for Keeley, who was not yet ahead. So Kaya's got it. Touch off just a little bit. Kaya's go back over to the middle of the field, and ball is deflected away from where her target was. And Classical School will have a throw in on the far side of the field, about the 50-yard line. Referees called for stoppage of play. And I believe the Rockets are going to be taken out. They've taken out one of their own players, I believe, for health concerns. It looks like Brinley's going to go to the bench, and they're going to check her out. They may have seen something on the field that they were concerned with. Again, she hit the ground really hard earlier. And nice kick. Too deep. I don't know if she called for herself to be removed, but they've asked her to take a break. And In this day and age with injuries, especially head injuries, I'm glad to see safety first. So we'll see what they're going to do. I know these players hate leaving the game when they think they're feeling good, but their lives go on long, way past this game. So glad to see their health being taken seriously. Another Rocket player shoved pretty hard to the ground, and the referee did call it this time. Rockets up 2-1. Again, it's been a physical game. I don't know that I would have called many other calls other than what they've called, but that one was a pretty hard shove. Kick at about the 35-yard line. Trying to put it in front of the box. Rockets battling for possession and a good angle. Nice kick, follow up. Good series of kicks for the Rockets, but the goalie for Classical, she earned her money tonight and had two nice blocks. A breakaway for Classical. That kick hit the football goal bar, so it'll be a goal
Ladies
kick for the Rockets.
We have 15 minutes till halftime. Get those golf balls ready to go.
Rockets are on their heels, I think, a little bit. Just they've got changes in the lineup they're dealing with, some injuries. And Classical's down by only one when they were down by two. They've got a renewed sense of energy. Nice stop by Nevea. Great stop by Nevea. So Rockets really need to regroup a little bit here and figure out what they want to do. Playing fine. But a motivated Classical team. To any of our Classical fans that are here, get your ticket stubs ready. It's time for our drawing for free ice cream for the rest of the night. If you have your ticket stub and you are sitting correctly in the visitor location, and I know we have several Classical fans here tonight, so we expect to see those visiting stands abloom. If you were seated in section 305, row double X, seat 6, congratulations, you have won free ice cream for the rest of the night.
Now playing for the Rockets, number 15, Keely Mellinger.
Take your ticket stub and go to the concession stand. Go see Bob. Tell him you won the drawing, and he will provide all the ice cream you have for the night. Again, if you are sitting correctly in the visiting stands. I don't see anybody moving over there, so we'll save the winner for the next half.
Now on the field for Rose Hill, number 32, Ellie Tiffany.
Kai Kelly trying to work around. Tried to pass, I think, over to Keeley. Got tangled up a little bit. And I'm sure everybody winces a little bit when she's down on the ground with her legs tangled up, given that injury she's dealing with. Cross over to the middle. So Kaya just a little bit too far out of Kaya's reach. Classical trying to clear it out and not getting it very far. I believe Claire is back in for the Rockets. Throw in for the Rockets over by the corner. Congratulations to the high school girls team backgammon for a great appearance at league. Third place in their first ever year as a school. We'll be excited to see how that program grows. And congratulations to Coach Penner for building that team. Rockets clearing it out. Again, Classical is playing really super aggressive on the offensive side, which is a smart maneuver. They know that we have our first two goalies are not available tonight. Nevaeh's done amazing in there. And so trying to put the pressure on, plus we have a defender who's out, and our midfield is not typically what the midfield is. So there is a lot to try to work with. The Rockets are playing really well tonight. Throw in again here on the near side for the Rockets. Brindley tried to hook that ball back in and was not able to. It'll be a throw-in for Classical with the 11 minutes left in the first half mark. Claire Crosby fighting for that ball across the middle. Gets it over to Brindley Liebel. Classical pushing it on through. Should be a goal kick for the Rockets unless they're claiming a deflection of some kind. Rockets looking to get a ball in play. And again, with the aggressive play of the forwards, we'll see if they continue to do the shallow kicks to the defenders for possession. Nevaeh can hit that ball in metric tons, so that might be something that Coach Shelby at some point may say just clear it out, but they're still playing for possession. It was so much fun. Let's do it again. Another goal kick for the Rockets. 9.5 minutes left, and don't forget at halftime there will be the golf ball toss in support of the Travis family as Adeline battles leukemia. We'll also have a miracle minute. Good chance to come together as a Rocket family. Throw in for the Saints. Ball in dangerous territory. Rockets not killing it out, probably to the liking of their coach at that very moment. It'd be a corner kick for the Saints, just out of our camera reach into that corner. Gets it to the front of the goal. The Rockets clear it. And here comes Blythe. She's got a little bit of space. There's been a lot of shoving from behind, and Blythe ran right into a Classical player. Their fans are wanting a card. They're not going to get it for that. The officials are going to claim they were both going for the ball. They're not going to get a card for that. Now, she did impede the play and was just right in the way of Blythe, so I understand there's a possibility it could have gotten it, but it did not happen. Claire battling there, and she and the defender have gone at it quite a bit tonight. There'll be a throw-in for the Rockets just out of our camera reach. Throw in into the goalie box. Kai Kelly trying to get anything going with it. There'll be another throw-in for the Rockets. 7 minutes left. And I know the Rockets would love to go into halftime with another goal here, having given up that one goal on a direct kick earlier, just with a stronger lead. Not happening. The goalie's got it. Breakaway for Classical. Nice play. Great defensive play by Aubrey Moore, the senior. It'll give a corner kick for Classical. Again, just out of our camera range. Clearing the ball out quickly has been a little bit of an issue for the Rockets. We'll see if they can do it this time. Kaya playing to the middle of the field, hoping to get a breakaway. Avery Hodavi's trying to race to it. Avery's got it. Kaya's got a little bit of space, is not offside. And Avery's just off to the races, out racing everybody. She's got Kaya to the right. And Avery tried to get it herself, and not a bad soccer play. She had space. And the team's trying to adapt to her speed. They were not playing directly in front of her because they're trying to run with her.
We have 5 minutes till halftime, and at this point we need the boys state champion soccer team to start making their way down. We're going to have you stand on the track at the 50-yard line on our side.
So now's your chance to throw golf balls at the state champion boys. Corner kick, deflected by the Saints. Kaya couldn't get to it, and Avery was not able to get any mustard on that header. Out of bounds, throwing for the Rockets on the far side of the field. 5 minutes left. Fans, again, wanting a little bit of a call on the physical play of Classical. They're not getting it. Throw in for the Rockets at about the 40. It'll be the 45 when she lets go of it. Rockets moving in midfield. Riley's got it. Defender for Classical got in front of her just as she was going to clear it. Avery up to Claire. Claire's trying to get over to Kaya and just did not get, they didn't really get really great position. That would have taken a near perfect kick. Throw in for Classical. Claire's got it at the top. Takes her shot. Goalie pushes it out, but right back into possible dangerous territory. Classical does clear it out. Throw in on the far side for the Rockets. Two and a half minutes left to go in the half. Rockets up 2-1. Lead ahead. Avery's going to chase it down and try to center it. Defender gets in front of her. Gets to midfield. Katie Leck on the near side. Over to Claire Crosby. Katie gets it back. Katie's got a little bit of space. Crosses over to Avery, who's being tangled up. And her play was being impeded. I thought a little bit of hooking of arms going on, but no call. Another rocket thrown to the ground. No call. Rockets throw in on the far side. And not a good throw in at all, and the Classical gets it back. Rockets steal it back. 1 minute left to go. Classical clears it out, but ends up passing it to Avery Hotovy. Not the move you want to make, and Avery's got another goal. Assist by Classical.
Goal for the Rockets, number 9, Avery Hotovy.
So the Classical defender was trying to clear it out, and she cleared it right to Avery, and Avery said thank you and took the score. Also, clarification, 8th grade promotion tomorrow is at 9:30, not 9 o'clock. If you show up at 9 o'clock, you'll stand outside the gym, outside school, wait, because we're going to still be getting preparation. Kaya thrown to the ground, no call. Yeah, they called it. 30 seconds left to go. Rockets don't have time to get mad about it. They have to play. Here comes Blythe. Blythe over to Claire. Go back over to Blythe, and Blythe was not in a position to handle it. They have about 10 seconds left. Here comes Claire. 5 seconds left. At the end of the first half, the Rockets are up 3-1 on the visiting Saints of Classical. Here on Play for A night, where's a fundraiser for Adeline Travis, where you can buy a golf ball. You're going to throw it on the field and try to get it in a circle. If you hit one of the soccer players, you also win a prize. Then the boys' soccer players don't hit the girls. The boys will think it's a fun game.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to recognize an outstanding accomplishment by our boys soccer program here at Rose Hill High School. This past season, our Rockets capped off an incredible year by winning the 2025-2026 Kansas Class 4-1A State Championship. This championship is a reflection of their hard work, commitment, and teamwork. Their dedication to representing our school and community with pride has been truly special. Please join us in congratulating head coach Jerry Treat, Coach Nussbaum, Coach McNanny, and Coach Nolan, and every member of the state championship boys soccer team. We'll start with our manager, Aubrey Moore. Here are your seniors: Cash Topinka, Dylan Plaza, Ethan Helgett, Ethan Ricchini, Jordy Kaba, Landon Marshall, Meyer McNall, Peyton Main, RJ Haas, Rylan Jansen. What a crew. Now your juniors, Adolfo Rodella Chavez, Arian Bailey, Ashton Garver, Caden DeFour, Kale Kohler, David Rodello Chavez, Elijah Anaya, Jonathan Tern, Jojo Triana, Josh Herrera, Brady Liebel, Kyler Woodall, Levi Burbach, Ethan Hayes, and Nathaniel Salinas. The sophomores, Caden Davis, Colson Lewis, Damian Juarez, Elijah Goodrich, Jackson Kaba, Liam Palmer, Lucas Goodrich, Noah Plaza, Bash Rodriguez, Wyatt Hotovy, Cortez Plowman, Braden Denier, and the freshmen, Chris Topinka, Cooper DeFour, Eduardo Tena Rodriguez, Cade Murray, Kellen Garver, Lincoln Bentley, Lynn Hill, Miles Brooks, Trendon Jones, Tristan Benedict, Landon Loza, Garrett Fowler, Landon Rudisil. One more round of applause for our state championship team. All right, we need everybody who purchased a golf ball to go down to the field. 50-yard line. Oh, we're going to Hotovy. Okay, sorry, we're at the fence on the track.
Okay, time for the golf ball toss.
Also, we have a bucket going around the stands for donations for Adeline. So make sure you watch out for that bucket.
So we're about to have the golf ball toss. And it looks like we're going to rely upon the soccer team to clean up the golf balls. These guys couldn't even cook their own breakfast this morning without having help, and we're going to trust them. We're out of options. I'm not saying any names, but Rylan Jansen brings the generator for them to cook in the parking lot. He couldn't figure the thing out. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying.
All right, Miss Hotovy's going to make her way down to the field. We are aiming for the big black circle with our target being the tiny white center circle right in the middle of the field. If you're along the fence and you bought a golf ball, Don't hit anybody with it, but fire away when you're ready.
And don't hit Bree.
3, 2, 1, throw.
Duck Bree. Duck Bree.
Don't hit Miss Hotovy or you will not get your prize. Soccer boys, after everyone is thrown, don't pick up the ones in the circle, but come get the ones that are not in the big circle.
And that's a lot of them. Again, proceeds for this go to the Travis family. Adeline, one of her own, battling leukemia, supporting the Travises as they assist her as best as they can in modern medicine.
Bree, are we going with the one that's closest to the center or just any in the circle? All right, boys, if they're in the circle, go give them to Bree and put them in the box. If they're not in the circle, put them in your pocket for now. We'll have the box brought up, and we will read off those numbers.
And with that, we are going to take a break. Let them get their orange slices and Gatorade. We'll be right back in just probably 2 minutes. Been muted, so nobody has heard a word we've said.
Goal
We're
for the
gonna start
Rockets,
over.
number 13, Kaya Kelly.
Kai Kelly with their second goal of the night. And the Rockets score. They are up 4-1 now in the second half. And we've had several muting going on because of all the activity tonight. So I'm joined in the booth right now by Samuel Lovell, who happens to be my son, because go nepotism. And Samuel, you've been a runner for Rose Hill Rockets for 4 years, and you've been down where for the last year?
Arkansas City, Kansas at Cowley College. It's community college.
And how's your season been this last year?
Went good. Got a lot of improvement that happened. First year there was good.
And you PR'd in the 10K, correct?
Yep, first time running it. That was fun. 25 laps on the track.
And what was your time?
34:20 if I remember correctly.
All right.
And that was a fun race.
Yeah.
Yeah, long time though.
That is a long time, but you're doing great. Are you going back next year?
I will be, yes.
Awesome. So you get back in, you're going to run cross and track?
Yep. Ooh, we got an injury on the
Player
field.
down.
Don't know who that is.
Again, very physical game, and I'm going to pull the camera away. I
Ooh,
cannot
ankle.
tell.
Looks like ankle.
Yeah.
Don't ever see that.
Can't tell who it is from here, but she's down. She tried to get up, and with the peak uniforms, it's sometimes hard for me to see.
Might be a cramp maybe because she was able to put a little pressure on it, looked like. But could be wrong though.
I was going to say looked like Katie Leck maybe.
Ooh. Trainers are coming out right now.
Yeah.
She's walking with assistance from teammates.
I think that is Katie Leck.
Yeah.
Pound for pound, one of the toughest players I've ever coached.
Mm-hmm.
And I think James told her to get back on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep the camera off of them just for privacy, and we will continue to talk. So we are hosting League Meet tomorrow night. We have all the events except for hammer throw. We just added the pole vault this year, and it's been fun to watch some of the students learning pole vault and take care of that. So tell me, why should somebody come to track and field tomorrow night, even if they haven't come to any meets or don't have any kids in track?
Well, I'd say one reason is you get to see a wide spread of athleticism from people that can sprint fast, in the 100, or they can just outlast their opponents in the 3200, or they just know how to get over the bar really well in high jump and pole vault, or even just go as far as they can in a jump through long jump and triple jump. And then you get to see some strong people throwing and shot put and discus and javelin as well. Those are always fun to watch. And you just get a wide spread of athleticism and ability to compete in our AVCTL Division IV League.
Awesome. Now, what happens at League does not influence whether or not you make it to state.
Correct.
But it does maybe give you a forecast of what to expect at regionals, but except you won't be probably running against a good majority of this team you play at League, right? It depends on how they draw it.
A lot of the time, though, this league, they'll see each other at regional, though.
Okay.
So a lot of the time, this is kind of like a precursor because Rose Hill typically always sees Andale at regional, Clearwater,
Sure.
and some other of the division schools.
And then state track meet will be in a few weeks. It'll be after school's out. Describe state track to somebody who has never been there before.
It's an experience pretty much. It's
Blythe working through, gets a goal.
Gets a goal.
And
Goal for the Rockets, number 3, Blythe Hackney.
puts the Rockets up 5-1 against Classical. Blythe was determined to get in there, and just watching the body language of the team, I don't say there was anything dirty. I think we say that way too often in soccer. But the girls did seem to have a little chip on their shoulder after they've seen another teammate go down tonight. And so we'll see how they continue to. And Katie was not one they could really afford to lose tonight, as one of their midfielders is already playing goalie for them. So the only goal Classical's had is off a direct kick, and Nevaeh blocked it, but there was a lot of spin on the ball, and it just spun right over her shoulder. And just the lack of time in goal, I would say for the year is probably more to blame than anything else. Other than that, she's played outstanding there in the goal. So state, describe state track meet.
State is probably one of the most exciting meets in the U.S. itself. It's the largest high school-only meet in the United States.
Here in Kansas?
Yeah, here in Kansas. It's at historic WSU's track. It's a very historic facility, actually, and they just finished remodeling almost the entire facility. They got a little bit ways to go, but the bulk of the remodeling is done. They've put a brand new surface on, and if you're watching it ran on that track, you know they needed it.
They needed it bad. They're working on redoing the stands, but the track itself in principle is ready. Half of the grandstands on the other side, and they're really designing it away from a football model, which is up, 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 and away, to more of a soccer model because WSU is going to be bringing soccer. So it's going to be dedicated towards soccer and track, which are two of the fastest growing sports in Kansas. So, yeah, pretty exciting.
Has a lot of great competition. 6A and 5A typically will have sometimes the best marks, but you'll see a lot of competitiveness in the smaller schools of 1A and 2A because a lot of times their regions, it's going to be 30 schools in one regional.
Yeah.
And it's 50 kids fighting for 4 spots typically. So it'll be a lot of competitiveness.
Very competitive. The Rockets this year, they have some runners and some athletes that they're hoping to get back to state competition. I would keep an eye out for Nick Bentley, who went to state last year and has continued to do well this year. He's kind of one of those ones to watch. Also, the girls 4x4 team is strong again this year. They were record-setting last year, but they've come back and they're still really strong. A lot of great runners, and so you got
strong team.
Yeah,
Nick's one of the best sprinters all across the state right now. I think he's number 10 in the state right now.
I think so. Riley Wooten, strong runner, signed with Emporia.
Yep.
And Nick signed with Washburn. Is that correct?
Yep. They're one of the best sprinting schools in their conference and in the nation, honestly. And both of them are going to, honestly, the most competitive D2 conference for track and field, which both with their teams both produce national qualifiers every year. So it's always great to see them. Yeah.
So this last year, while following you in Kimberlin, we went to a couple of meets and we saw the facilities at Pitts.
Okay, folks, we have our winners from our golf ball toss. Bree is coming around and handing out some tickets. Also, you can meet her at the concession stand. The following people had at least one golf ball in the center circle: Jeremy Swearingen, Harper Dallinghouse, Molly Johnson, Christian Loza, Kelton Jones, Jessica Lake, Kara Hackney, Shay Keller, and I had a couple of names without last names, so Carly and Pam. If you're still here, head to the concession stand, find Bree, and get your prizes. Thank you guys for supporting Adeline and her family and playing our little game tonight. Thank you so much.
Tell me Colin Mangus does not have like that voice you want to hear. Or like Glennie does too, but I'm just saying you run away from. I'm just saying. I think he should say. I think we should have him say something. And now this week's top 10.
Well, like ESPN top 10.
We got a lot of fun voices up here. We got Glennie. Mangus doesn't want to do it out loud very much, but he does a good job.
So are you saying like instead of ESPN top 10, we should have like a Rose Hill top 10 moments? Or
I think like a Rose Hill not 10 would be fun.
Those are more fun to watch.
So we're back on camera.
Yep.
Rockets up 5-1 with 32 minutes left. And there's an aggression I'm seeing in the girls in the second half that I don't think was there at the middle part of the first half. But there's Keeley tries to and Kaya was looking for the follow-up punt. Okay, so Sam, I know you do distance. If you were not going to do distance, what would be the track and field event you would rather do?
Oh man, honestly,
not distance. And I'm going to eliminate 800 is distance, so I'm going to eliminate.
That's a sprint.
800 on up.
800 is a sprint.
No, we're going to cut it up.
It is a sprint.
So for those who are, there's people watching who are like, what is 800? Give everybody a quick, what is 800?
800 is 2 laps around the track.
Okay.
Arguably one of the hardest events in track and field because it's not like in the mile or stuff, you can like settle into a pace. 800, you are sprinting 2 laps. And some of the top people, I know one of my teammates, he does it. He'll drop like a 58-second first lap and then like another 58-second first lap. So they're just going as hard as they can for 2 laps, and it's a sprint.
So the 800 can be a little bit difficult to pace because if you go dead fast to start it, you might be going too fast, right?
Yeah, but I know some 800 runners that their first 400 is just flying.
Right.
Like a lot of top ones in JUCO, I've seen them, they'll open up in like a 48 sometimes, and that's just blazing fast pace. And then sometimes they'll even just, at our conference meet, we had a dude go 48 seconds in the first lap and then a 49-second next lap, which is insanely hard to do. I'm not even going to go near that. Even I do like 10K.
Okay, so back to what we said. If you were to pick one event, and I'm going to limit 800 on up because I know you're calling it a sprint, but to me it's kind of it's a medley of sprint and pacing. What would you do?
Well, even though I'm probably I am the tiniest dude on my team. I gotta say throwing, because honestly, the throwers have the most fun sometimes.
They do. They're
They
kind
do.
of they get their stuff done and then they go eat sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, it's a great time. And it's fun when you got someone my size hanging out with the throwers, and they're 3 times my size, and it's just a great time. It's a great time because sometimes they're gonna be the biggest dudes on the team, and first you're like, man, they look scary. Nah, they're big teddy bears. I'll sit. They're the nicest dudes ever, though.
Okay, so we're going to give a shout out to your sister because, again, I can. She's at Nationals right now in New Mexico
Yeah.
for Hutchinson. They've had, and this isn't just being a dad, they've had the most successful distance for women this season they've ever had in the history of the school. They've had a really amazing year. So good luck to Kimberlyn as she'll be running Saturday. And they had a 4x8 team that was supposed to go, but injuries. Track, I don't think people realize how much injury track kids go through. Another possible score to Kai out of the middle. Kai just gets to the right of it. And the goalie's taking a little bit of time to get up. I don't think I saw any Kai do anything. Yeah, Kai just ran by it. So, anyway.
Yeah, we got nationals this weekend for JUCO. I'll be honest, a lot of those marks at the JUCO level are going to be better than a lot of the D2s out there right now, and some of the lower D1s is how competitive JUCO is.
So JUCO, a lot of the D1s will recruit out of JUCO.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, you'll see an excess of talent there. And I know some teammates are going on to D1 schools, and so to top D1 schools.
Yeah, I got some teammates who will be going to some of the top D1s, some of the top D2s right now. But yeah, a lot of the times those sprints is always the number one thing people will watch there, not just because of sprints, but a lot of the sprinters at JUCO Nationals and JUCO across the board they're faster than pretty much all D1s except the Power 4 schools. And
so
Kansas has the most competitive JUCO conference right now.
They do.
And a lot of the sprinters, a lot of the talent all around are honestly better than most D1s and D2s, which is how competitive it is.
And Kansas has one of the top D2 schools around in Pittsburgh that continually wins championships, and beautiful facility there too. So, all in all, so what we're saying is this weekend is a chance to celebrate Rose Hill with a lot of stuff going on. So tomorrow morning, 9:30, it'll be 8th grade promotion. We will be live streaming that. Tomorrow night, we will have a league track and field, and it would be a great night to come and root on your team. Now, you say what part of track and field would be the best time for me to come? I would say if you got here after 7 o'clock, you'll start to see more of the sprints, and then you'll see some distance going on and kind of a good mix. And most track events end with the 4x4, and that's just kind of a celebration of the whole night, and you'll see the teams just cheering on. So come root for your team tomorrow night. The concession stand will be fully loaded tomorrow night with the walkie-tacos, ice cream, all the good stuff. We know Mr. Lambert's been doing an amazing job with that this year. Sunday, graduation here at school. You need to get here early. We will be live streaming graduation as well, but it will be in the high school gym. You want to get, I believe it's at 2:30. You want to get here early enough because once parking fills up, it's going to be a little bit of a walk to you, a little bit of open space. Avery got another one. Avery's got her turkey for the night. Hat trick for Avery.
Going for the Rockets, the hat trick. Number 9, Avery Hodovy.
Avery getting the turkey tonight. She worked for that one. Yeah. I think there's some motivation for the girls. I really think they've seen a couple of the players go down with a little bit of hard play, and now they just want to end it. So 6-1. The girls will have to get to 9-1 to end the game early. I don't know if that's their motivation or not. I don't get the impression that Coach Cabo would extend the game like he has in previous blowouts, but we'll see. But their offense has come alive here in the second half. Now, I think a couple of the players are in band. They may have made their way over to the gym, but I still see them on the field too. So a lot of talented athletes here at the school doing multiple things from band to choir to athletics to art. Another reason to join us for league tomorrow night, it is senior night for track and field. They will enjoy senior night immediately after the event. And those of us who've been track parents, you know we haven't always had a senior night, and so we're excited they get to be celebrated tomorrow night right after the meet. It's going to be a long night, but a fun night. So get your walking tacos
Now playing
ready.
for the Rockets, number 38, Nora Marshall.
Nora Marshall making her way into the game. So it looks like Coach Kaba is going to start to bring in some more players, get them some playing time tonight. More than likely, unless something really weird and cataclysmic happens, we will be here Monday night at 6 o'clock, and it looks, according to the brackets, we'll be playing Winfield to start postseason play. And unless Bueller has a collapse, we will probably play them Wednesday night if and when we beat Winfield. So hopefully our players that have gotten a little bit of dinged up tonight and this past week will be well in time for next week. Again, we do play the game, but Monday night would not be the worst night for them to rest if they needed to. But it is postseason. Weird things happen. It's a solid team, very deep, very motivated. From the corner, left footer, no good. Goal kick. And Classical's clearing all their kicks now to the middle of the field, which is not boding well for them. Katie Leck is back in the game. So she appears to be better. I think she may have a slight limp as she's running. But
She's tough.
Katie Leck, pound for pound, may be the toughest person I've ever coached in any game.
Well, when you grow up with like 3 state champion wrestling brothers, you kind of got to be tough.
Thank you to those of you who have given to the Travis family tonight. If you happen to be listening and here at the stadium, if you would like to still donate to the Travis family, if you will contact the primary school, just tell them you would like to help out with the Travis family. They can try to put you in contact with how you can do that. Or you can contact the district and we will incorporate it. The whole goal is to help alleviate them and stand with them. If you've never seen Adeline up close before, just look for the bluest eyes God has ever put on a child. And she's easy to spot. Another rough play. But Avery is back up. And she will get a direct kick. They do a quick punt to the corner, trying to set up to the middle, and Katie could not quite get there in time. Coach Cobb has got quite a few injuries he's got to help this team nurse through. Some of them are more apparent than others. at least one of the injuries tonight should be healed with time. As far as the player, Kaya tried to muscle that ball in and just could not get it. She went just to the left of the goal. We have a tally for tonight. Does this include everything, the Miracle Minute? Thank you all so much. Your generosity raised $664.75 to go to the Travis family. What an amazing gift of love from the community of Rose Hill. Thank you to Bree Hotovy for organizing that. And thank you to the soccer girls for donating some of their time tonight to play for A. Love how this community comes together to support its own. So about $664 tonight to go to the Travis family. Every dollar counts. If you had a loved one that's gone through any kind of long-term disease, you know expenses crop up out of every single corner of life. Okay, Sam, you were also on the swim team.
Oh yeah,
Do
swim
you
team.
miss swim team?
Yeah, I do. It's when I did high school sports, we didn't have indoor track as a.
And we have a goal. Blythe left-footed that thing in and just powered the ball in. Halfway through the second half, Blythe Hackney just muscled that ball in from somewhere
Goal
close
for
to
the Rockets,
Udall.
number 3, Blythe Hackney.
No assist. Took a deep shot, took advantage of it. Rockets up 7-1. Classical was hanging with them for the better part of the first half. Rockets were up 2-0 when Classical scored, and honestly, the team was starting to look a little frustrated, but they've come together. So do you miss swimming?
Yeah, I do. It was always a great time, especially since we don't have indoor track in Kansas as like an official KSHA sport, or I would have been doing that most likely. But
Yeah.
swim is always a good time, and I miss doing it in the winter while I've been at Cali because it was just a fun sport to do. Now I am nowhere near a state level talent in that sport, bottom state level probably, but so like I stick with running for a reason. And so, but it was just a fun time. I had a great team with me for the 2 years I was able to. Would have done it for 3, but injury said, yeah, you're not doing that. But
Whatever injury do you mean, Sam?
shattered a finger, almost had it amputated. Couldn't swim with that. Good times, honestly. But got to do well. Then broke my arm the next year.
Yeah.
Halfway through ER Bills. I'm your favorite for that one.
Hey, I'll zoom in over to the playground. We can talk about your broken arm.
Oh yeah. So in 3rd grade on that playground, which has just been remodeled. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
right?
but that
Yeah,
slide's
so-
not there
oh,
anymore.
Oh, phew, that slide. It's a good old-fashioned sheet metal slide, where if it's
Yeah.
hot out.
But
you
now we have
know.
the victory wall, but no broken arms so far. Well-
But yeah, so I was on a slide, fell off a slide, on fake injury day at that, where I was saying I had a broken arm that day.
Those are good times.
So yeah, a lot of injuries on that right arm, But swim was always a good time with the teammates. It helped, winter not feel so gloomy, had great teammates.
Oh, sure.
Had great memories.
Nevaeh scoops it up, clears it back out. Kaya is on her horse, and she's going.
Ooh, nice
Saves it in bounds. They're going to say she was out of bounds.
Boo.
Kaya strongly disagrees.
From our perspective, it was inbounds, but I think we have the right perspective compared. But
I have been asked a couple times, are we going to be streaming League? We decided not to. There's a limitation to how much we could do, and it was,
only track events, pretty much.
I mean, you all know how rough it is when I do soccer anyway. Can you imagine me
Okay.
going around the circle that many times? So it just wasn't going to work out, but
It's only 8 laps is the longest race. That's not well.
we'll see.
yeah.
We're ever changing. So, ever changing.
Yeah, don't worry. There will be no 10Ks at this meet if you go watch it. Only a 3,200. That's 8 laps, okay?
Oh, whatever.
That's a sprint for me
Whatever.
now.
Whatever.
Well, I don't even do a 3,200 anymore. I do a 3K. Gotta do the evil metrics stuff now, apparently.
Oh,
No more freedom units in
Stop
track
it.
now.
Stop it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
All I was gonna say
Don't do it.
is yards and feet are better than meters. They're called freedom units for a reason, okay?
Oh, my word.
Which I feel like they're even better now because it's America's 250th.
But it's not measured by.
Yeah, I think, track should be in freedom units this year.
You should stop. There's not a person listening right now that is worried about this except for you.
I mean, if they did track in college and high school,
There's
maybe.
not a person listening to this right now who's worried about this.
It's weird. I've been told this by my college teammates. It's weird going from feet in high school for your jumps and your throws to now they're doing meters, and so now we have to think about it now.
Again, there's not a person listening that really is worried about this right now. Rockets up 7-1. There is just over 15 minutes left to go in the second half. Rockets up 7-1. If they should happen to get up by 8, that'll be the end of the game by state rules. Used to be 10. Both teams showing a little bit of signs of tired, but not lack of motivation. Katie Leck, who went down earlier with a little bit of an injury, may have been cramping or may have tweaked something else. It's hard to say. Avery maybe trying to get her 4th. Throw in for the Rockets. Avery's going to throw it in on the far side. No, she'll get a corner kick. Rockets scored on a corner kick earlier. Avery to Kaya with a header, which they've had a couple of scores like that this year. Avery's not kicking. Ball in the air. Oh. Goal kick. Ball went just a little bit farther than I think what the Rockets wanted and became a little bit unplayable. Been a long week for a lot of the kids. Had Fit Kids Day today, then Mega Super Happy Fun Day yesterday for primary and intermediate. So seniors will do their walk through for commencement tomorrow, and then the graduates will walk through primary and intermediate, which is always a fun tradition. Same time, we'll have middle school doing their promotion exercises for 8th grade. So busy time of change. And when you go away to summer break and come back, you'll have 3 new buildings pretty much. High school is adding on the weight room, the wrestling room, additions to the band room. Some changes over there as well. A shot! Katie Leck hooks that ball in. Katie Leck worked for it, went with a left footer, and hoisted that ball right out of the reach of the
Goal for the
goalie.
Rockets, number 19, Katie Leck.
And I mean a perfectly placed kick, just right up above the goalie's hands. And that puts the Rockets up 8-1. One more goal, and we can say night-night on this game. And I think we'll find out what Coach Caba's disposition is toward that in the next few minutes, depending on whether or not he empties his bench. But it looks like he's leaving everybody in and going to give him a chance to end this game, which I think is, you can make an argument either way, but with all the injuries they're dealing with, not a bad idea. Some of the injuries are not going to go away before they get to postseason. So you've got a midfielder playing goalie for the Rockets right now. Katie Leck, who's one of the backup midfielders but gets plenty of playing time. She's scoring. And we've got at least one defender out. So there's another defender who's our backup goalie. She's out. And so a lot of change for the Rockets to deal with tonight. And they're doing really, really well. They seem to have found a rhythm here in the second half. They were up only by 2. And they've scored 5 goals here. And if you were to read body language, you would see Classical realize that they were close for a while, and then
It died.
this game sprouted wings and flew away on them. So we've got the gym, over at the high school you'll have the weight room, the wrestling room, and the weight room for the designs and when I'm in there when we're when I've walked through is going to be second to none in Kansas, and I do mean to none. It is going to be an absolute amazing weight room, a good investment for athletes in state of Kansas. A good investment for the Rose Hill athletes to continue to develop their programs. Player went out for Classical. And we'll have a throw in for Rose Hill. Over in the primary intermediate, the addition of the new pre-K wing, storm shelter, and classrooms, they're looking amazing also. And then middle school is getting quite an upgrade with their lunch facilities. Kids are going to get a dedicated lunchroom and a multi-purpose room over there. Also storm shelter with that. So a lot of good stuff going on at Rose Hill. Something new to see every year so far. Yeah, ball's out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Rose Hill. 11 minutes left. Rose Hill can put this game away with a goal. Classical down by 7. So we'll have a throw in for Rose Hill. And I'm telling you right now, there's not a single fan in this stadium that is not rooting for this game to be over in the next kick. Typically, when Coach Cabo wants them to play it out, they will start doing a pass back and forth, running through, just making sure they were getting their touches in and possession. That's not happened tonight. So he's green-lighted it. Green-lit it. Green-lighted it. It's a product of good grammar there. Katie battling 3-on-1, and Katie, go give her the goal. She earned it. Katie 3-on-1 and just didn't give 2 snorts and went for it. Aubrey misplayed it for a second, but the team recovers very nicely behind her. Classical, toward the end of the first half, was really putting some pressure on the defense for the Rockets. That has not happened for a while. The Rockets have really maintained possession. They'll get the throw in here. Throwing goes back to Classical. Rockets take it back. Classical trying to break through. Seven minutes left, just over 7. Rockets are looking for any kind of a space to get that last goal in so they can end this game. Both teams showing some signs of being tired. Despite the score, it's been a very, very physical game. And the Rockets are going to have some bruises that they're going to have to take care of tonight, but they've played really well through it. Here comes Blythe. Up to Avery, just a little bit too far. The Rockets showing a lot of heart tonight. They are tougher than a $2 steak. A lot of grit. Just to the right of the goal. And Classical's going to goal kick it. And by their setup, they could go to the far left or they could try to clear it. Clearing it has not gotten them much of a net of possession. Still a win tonight, but not as aggressive as it was earlier on in the evening. During the JV game, the win was really making life difficult for both teams, and they ended in a tie, 1-1. Parents, if you are coming to middle school promotion tomorrow, it begins at 9:30. They won't let you in until about 9:15. They'll give them time to get the students in school, get them set up, ready to go. Just as a reminder, if you have an 8th grade that is promoting tomorrow, after promotion, they either go bowling with the rest of the class or you get them for the rest of the day. But there will be no classes for the 8th graders as the teachers will be going bowling with those who have promoted. And seniors, if your senior got up to go to school this morning, bad news for you is there was no school for seniors this morning. And there will not be for tomorrow, but seniors will be doing their rehearsal for commencement tomorrow. And they'll also do the walkthrough through the elementary school. Let the kids see what's waiting them as long as they keep working hard. Congratulations to all our seniors this year. Good group of kids who are really becoming adults right before our eyes and excited to see what they do with the world that waits them. And Avery's going to have a little space and just did not have enough gas in the tank to get to the ball. Three and a half minutes left. Blythe looks like she would like to end this game right now. Passes it over to the side. Still inbounds. Nice cross and a take care of by the goalie. Three minutes left. Isn't it exciting? Kaya Kellyan's still in the game. Kaya does not. Her engine does not have a neutral position. Oh, good defense. Oh, and Kaya took a shot in the air by a defender who was going for the ball, but it was pretty rough. And Katie had a chance to end it, just could not get the ball. She had a kick, and a defender came out of nowhere to assist her goalie. So we'll have a corner kick with just over 2 minutes left. On the far side, kick in the air in front of the goal.
Classical goalie looks like they're down.
Classical goalie is on the ground. I think there was a collision, and she's up. And she says she's okay. For a minute, I wouldn't have known if she would have known what city she was in. Looked like she was trying to shake it off a little bit. Rockets to midfield. Minute and a half left. They can play it out if they want to. But they're going to try to score again. I'm telling you, if you've been around enough soccer players, they like being able to say that they ran the goal. And it doesn't matter how much time's left. They love knowing that they ended the game on their terms. Brindley Liebel tried to karate kid it, but did not get there. Clear out. Brindley's got it in the middle of the field. Ref, you might want to look out for her. About a half a minute left to go in the game. Rockets up by 7. And Classical's going into a prevent defense. They don't want to get run. 20 seconds left. And that ball's just getting kicked in the air, killing about 4 seconds at a time.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that'll do it. At the end of 2 halves, your Rose Hill Rockets walk away as the victors over the Classical Saints. We anticipate the Rockets will be back here Monday night at 6 o'clock for postseason play. Would love to have you here. Congratulations to the Rockets on a great regular season. On to postseason we go. Thank you for watching.